guys, I'm here today with, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call this video, but I'm on a low buy and I get 2 makeup picks each month. So I figured what I would do is I would have those picks in a video all by themselves. So it's just kind of quick, short, sweet, and focusing on the 2 picks that had the honor of my purchase for the month. So I did pick up 2 things, and it is January 23rd. And I think I'm doing pretty good because I didn't purchase them both in the first day of January. I purchased the first one probably in the first week, but it was an item that I had been wanting for a long time and finally came back in stock. And then the last item I picked up maybe, 3 days ago. So I think that's pretty good. So anyways, are you like dying out of curiosity to know what it is? Anyways, if you have been commenting on some of my videos, then you may know some of the things, well, one of the things I picked up because I have told some of y'all. So first off is the Lime Crime Velvetine in the shade Cashmere. I wanted this so much when it was released. I almost ordered it on Black Friday, but I'm not even going to lie, I was a little agitated because Lime Crime, their Black Friday sale didn't apply to these. They didn't offer, like, it wasn't, there was no discount or free shipping or anything, and I know a sale is a sale, it's a bonus, but I think like they did sales on everything else except for this, so I was kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, if you have been wanting to get into that kind of like grungy gray dark lip trend that's so like kind of 90s, and Bite Kava is similar, it's very similar to this. There's that ColourPop Color Wet that I picked up, and I do kind of like it, but it's very different. And then the Tom Ford Stavros, which I really did not like at all. And you know, there's just a bunch of those. Anyways, if you're wanting to get in on that trend, I think this is the perfect thing. It is my favorite out of all of those. I'm going to put it on my lips for y'all today in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just very light and very wearable, but it provides that kind of like beigey gray look, but it's not like, oh, what's wrong with your lips? It's very nice. I've never tried the Velvetines. I have to say, I typically think Lime Crime packaging is not really cute, but I think this is adorable. It has little roses on there, and the way it says Lime Crime, it's cute. It's very basic and kind of simple. The lipstick packaging just looks, I don't know, I don't really like it. And the box, not that it matters, but the box is pretty cute. I did not order from the Lime Crime website. I ordered from Nasty Gal, something like that. I was kind of embarrassed that that package would come saying that on the outside. I don't think it did. And I'm glad because I follow Lime Crime on Instagram, and I think they're like still shipping out these from the first week in January when they restocked them. So I don't know what that's about. So anyways, let me go ahead and put it on my lips so you can see. And I wore a very light pink lip so it wouldn't change the tone of my lips and throw off this color. I really like this color. I mean, I would say it's not for everyone, but when you see it on, you'll see it's very light and really wearable. But I mean, I'm sure some people wouldn't like it, but I personally love it. It smells like cake and vanilla. See? It's very light. I was kind of hoping for great weather today so you can see it better. I don't have that, but I think it's going to show up pretty well. My display is making everything look like more red and warm, like my skin and my cheeks. It looks like I have 2 patches of blush like that, and I don't have that, so. It's a little more cooler tone. I think the camera's reading it a little more warm brown, but it's a little more cooler gray. So, I mean, as you can see, like, I think it's pretty wearable. I think it is the perfect beginner, basic 90s gray. You see how it looks? And you can easily build it up if you want it to be a little more intense. I mean, you just can keep adding, and it dries down to a matte. It has a little bit of tackiness, but not much at all. You could easily layer something over it, like a little balm. I mean, I think it's a really pretty color. Like I said, I don't know if it would be for everyone, but I think if you're into that look, this would be a really nice one to try out, for especially if you're unsure about that kind of shade. I like it, but Jimmer Jerica, who I comment about a lot on my videos, she had picked up one of those L'Oreal, I don't know what they're called. They're like the double-ended ones. That's like the lip color on an end, and the other end is like a balm. The Never Ending Nutmeg, she said, was pretty much a dupe for this. And I had seen that video right before I purchased this, but I had been wanting this one for so long. And I picked it up, and I saw the Never Ending Nutmeg in store. And it looked a little more like peachy than this, but I don't know, I don't have them both to compare them. But anyways, this is one of my purchases, and I could not be happier about it. I'd been wanting it. I mean, I would have purchased it before I went on my low buy, but it wasn't in stock. So anyways, I'm very happy. And I do want the Venus palette. I don't know if that will ever end up being one of my purchases or not. Anyways, and then the next one is because of one of you. Another one of my viewers, she is on a low buy with me, so we're kind of like helping one another get through it. She had mentioned this as an item that she maybe wanted, and I saw it on Sephora's website and it looked okay. I went in store, they said they didn't have it, but they went in the back and they found it, and it's the Too Faced Soulmates Blushing Bronzer, and I got the shade Carrie in Big because I love Sex and the City. I mean, I kind of like Aiden a little more, but anyways. And the Carrie in Big one was actually the peach version, which is my favorite. And there had a Ross and Rachel, which was pink, which looks really cute. I actually didn't see that one in person. And the Too Faced, like those heart box blushes, I've been never interested in them because they seem really bulky. And I was hoping this wasn't, and it's not. It is very cute, and it's very thin. And it's just a magnetic closure, so it's, you know, not bulky. The mirror is very large and nice, and this is the product. And I know you're probably thinking, you don't need any face products or anything. I don't really need any of this stuff, but I'm picking up 2 items because I love makeup and I love new makeup. I've tried it out one day, and I think it is going to be gorgeous in the summertime. I got like my bronzer brush and I swirled it all together and just kind of went over my whole cheek. So it was kind of like where I would bronze and where I would put blush, and it just looked like the most, when you're darker in the summer, I love an orange blush. I think it just looks really nice on the skin, and that mixed in with the bronzer just looked like so healthy. My blush does not look bad in real life, but on camera, it just does not look good. So excuse me, y'all, this is not what it's not what you would see in person. Anyways, I think this is so pretty. I'm gonna swatch the two, and this bronzer is so silky smooth. What's her name? Karen, you know, the makeup blogger. She's much darker than me. She had this on her blog, and it looked really pretty on her. And her skin tone is much, much deeper than me, if you know who I'm talking about. The blush is, it will go on. I've used it as a blush, and it goes on very nice, but for some reason I'm not getting it to swatch very well. But that is the bronzer, and that is the blush. And then swirled together, it was just such a pretty color. I sound really whiny today. Ooh. And that's that. So it just was kind of like this pretty, healthy, glowy flush. There is some shimmer in the bronzer, but it doesn't really translate on the skin to look like you're wearing, you know, a disco ball. And the blush is, it looks like it has a sheen. So I'm very happy with this purchase. It is new. I think it's limited edition. I think it's super cute for Valentine's Day if you're looking to make a purchase in February or anytime, but I think this is going to be really pretty in the summer. And I know we all talk about traveling, and I have to say, side note, it opens all the way. It really irks me when compacts only open to about there. So anyways, I think, you know, if you're traveling in the summer, you have your blush, you have your bronzer all in one. You could even use the bronzer as a crease color. You could use the blush as a bit of an eyeshadow. Not that that's why I purchased it, but I think it is a very nice product. So these are my, where did that thing go? Where did it go? There. So these are my picks for the month of January. I don't really have anything on my radar right now for February. I did go to the mall and I looked at the Chanel blushes from their spring collection. The rose one was very pale pink, but it was so pale pink that it didn't even show up on my skin. Like I was trying to get it to swatch and I couldn't even get it to do that. And then the Angelique color, I had the lady put it on my cheeks and it looked really pretty and cute and peachy. But I just don't know if I need another blush like that. Oh, and then MAC is coming out with a new collection and they're re-promoting the blush ombres in Azalea Blossom, which I really wanted before and I didn't pick it up, so that may be one of my purchases in February. And then that's about the only things. Not to say I'm going to get either of them, but those are the only things I'm really thinking about right now. But I know I'm going to be wanting to get like some kind of spring summery peachy lip soon. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, but those are my picks. What new things have you picked up lately? Tell me down below. I may be interested in looking for those, but I've been really good. Like when I see stuff, I'm not like, oh, I need it, I need to have it right now, because I'm like, I have a lot. I want it to be something I love, and that's exactly how I want to be about makeup buying for the future. So anyways, that is all of my 2 picks for the month, so I will see you guys later. Bye.